My people, why is God used as a shackle upon critical reason? Hello again, my people. Skywalker here, impressing you to see the unseen. Here in the darkness, I implore you to be more courageous in your outlook. It never pays to worry about what others think of your taboo. When you know that this taboo is the truth and the way. If God is the sun, then what about the moon? Why must God be brought to this finite realm and into prejudicial biases? Fine, all gods have their own personalities, but your definition of God is erroneous, and that is the problem. What you want to claim God to be is impossible. No one God can be the all. So, if God was male, what about female? Does God come to make peace on the back of prejudice? Even we as humans know that there is no male without female and vice versa. We both agree that this word God is talking about supremacy at different levels or at different degrees. It is talking about mastery at varying levels. For a governor is supreme, a God over a state, but the king is God over him. We understand how powers and higher powers work, but it gives no good reason to turn a mere God into the all and into all creation itself. This is so impossible. There is nothing wrong with serving gods that serve you, but you have become delusional in your Godspell. You want to convince me so bad, but everything you say proves my point and debunks yours. I said God is the supreme to what degree he attains, but creation is the all, the creator, the keeper, and the perpetuator. It is only the specific or particular in gods and man and objects that are subject to its vastness. So, the Almighty force cannot be defined, neither as man or beast or any object. It is just source, and it is the source of all. Yet, many say that if I do not say that God is creation, then I will go to hell. Listen now. I tell you that your God is a creator. That's it. There is nothing else to him. In trying to tell me how great he is, you say that he is infinite and omnipresent and lives in the sky. You have to direct a prayer to the sky to speak with omnipresent infinity. That is a contradiction. If he is omnipresent and you are here on earth, then why would you not access his presence here and let the birds or rocket ships go and seek his presence in the sky? You strengthen my point of view too. For because he is omnipresent infinity, he is complete in every bone and every thought of you. Infinity of omnipresence, omniscience, and omnipotent cannot be limited or absent even in the minutest space. Therefore, if you make a loop between finger and thumb, this entity would be present in that little space in absolute. You said your God was the all, but you do not credit him with the omnipresence of the all. Isn't that you insulting him? For if you credited him with the omnipresent, you wouldn't have to go to the sky to meet him. Omnipotent means he has power over all, because he has knowledge of all by being present in all. He is the potter and the clay. He creates of himself from himself because there was no other resources outside of him, right? So, the God you speak of who came and saw dirt and used the dirt to create was dependent on another God. You know that, right? So, therefore, he was not the potter and the clay, but the all. the creator force that was before him, created all without needing external resources. So by you having to go to the sky to meet him also is an insult to him, for you are not crediting him with the gift you say he has, which is omnipresence. Why then do you even have to listen to a diviner or read a Bible for spiritual or divine edification? You are contradicting. Omnipresence, omnipotence, and omniscience merely describes the akasha, which emerges as a result of us living in and by the all, which is natal source. Natal source. Obviously, by your own definitions, your God is not all. Your God is not all that. And that's fine. You only have to define him as the man that he is, accepting his shortcomings that all humans possess. You worship a man, but you think he is the all. What reading the Bible explains to me is that there are dark entities that sacrifice humans. They want to be the shepherds of men and feed off human energies. They want to feed off them in challenges like sports, in conflicts of hate, and being screaming and sacrificing to serve up emotions of pain and hurt and the aroma of steaming blood. You cannot ever be at peace in their realm. There's always a problem, and always some country push to third world level to sacrifice even more. What the Bible taught me is that humans agreed to be the sacrifice, and they will not see. Anyone that refers to you as sheep will sacrifice you. You sacrifice humans, symbolically, you say, but the symbolical becomes the real thing by effect. I refute any form of evil sacrifice, and because I despise the bloodshed, you say your God will punish me in fiery hell. It is where you are wrong. The universe absolves me because my hands are clean. Your God knows that his judgment is coming and he wants to bring you down with him. You follow the bloodsucker with glee and you tell me how evil I am for not wanting to endorse the evil things you subscribe to or to be a part of it. Once you use the word God to define anything, then that thing is limited to the specific or particular. It is not the all, but it is just a simple God. Nothing is wrong with that. In human societies, where there are good gods ruling over the human masses, good will come. Where there are evil demigods sacrificing humans and misleading the human herd, hell will come. This is what has happened for the past so many years. We live in a paradigm of sacrifices. The humans sign agreements with death and allow devils to cultivate their mindsets and sacrifice their children. God only manifests as part of creation, but creation is all existence with no beginning or ending. Creation is the all, so infinite that it cannot subject to being defined. You cannot give it a name that absolutely explains it. The word God can only define the specific, or let's say the particular object or entity. God is creator force, which can be understood in terms of idealism. It is a way that existing subjects of creation in the all will create by mind, which also exists as part in creation. Mind is like a warehouse for consciousness. Every thought and every concept to question and reason will mind facilitate. At the point of reasoning, we cross dimensions to where we refer to as the divine plane. This is the God plane, not God, but the God plane. Whenever you enter the threshold of critical thought and reason, you connect with the divine. Whenever you connect with the divine, you will conceive and create. You are now a creator. Creators are gods and gods are many. Creation and the divine plane are one. There can be no higher state or power. One, once you figure this out, you become clear to the understanding of God in perspective. Once you figure this out, you become clear. to the overstanding of God in perspective. By this divine one making intercession between spiritual and material plane, by that way of intercourse, we create as our gods. So when we speak about divinity, we speak of mind. When we speak about the divine, we speak of those that make intercourse there and create manifesting ideals. All creators are gods, but God is subject to creation. Most of our disagreements are that we become trapped in paradoxes. We debate on facts based on those things that are mere illusions. We say up is higher and therefore superior to down. So God is above the earth and not under it. We see the universe and the Creator as infinitely large, and we forget that the same power is infinitely small. It is both simultaneously, for it is all reckoning, like as both that something or nothing at all. It is like both that something or nothing at all. I hope that is clear. My people, I speak to you and I say you, but you is never a personal you. I always address the particular you who is not in this awakening movement. You can either disassociate yourself or associate with that you, depending on what your beliefs are. They claim that God came and used dirt to create man. The dirt existed before God came. That dirt is intrinsic to creation. When the Elohim came to earth, they saw living creatures that they made as crossbreeds with themselves, and these creatures became human. The gods came and saw living beings, having no beginning nor ending of days. Living creatures are intrinsic to creation, for no matter what God we pick, by his own reality, he subjects to a higher force, or he depends on a perpetual motion that is higher than himself. He always saw something by which to take and make something of. Creation is something out of nothing that can make something out of nothing. God needed dirt, you say? God saw waters covering the deep. That water was proof of creation before God. God is subject to creation and not creation to God. In terms of our man made ideals, man is the creator. In terms of the all, creation is innate and its infinity continuity in perpetual motion. God is subject to perpetual motion. Creation in perpetual motion is the highest power that cannot be reduced to such a limited thing as God. We cannot define creation as a definitive entity in an absolute way, but we can define God as we just did above. No matter what God you claim about, tell me the story and I will point out this God's dependency on something else. And this will be according to what you tell me. Your understanding of God is delusional. Yet by me saying that you say I sin. You say I blaspheme, and many of you will openly wish to see me downfall, so that you can win. Every year I watch you, here to here and here to here to here. You see the things I say spring into being, and for 10 years you believe it is a coincidence. And then you wait until someone else echo words, and then you take the same words I told you to come and tell me, pretending like those were not the same words you wish that God would burn me in hellfire at one time. Like this church elder's wife that was livid when she saw me in dreadlocks, and I dared to say I decided to follow Jesus when she tried to ridicule me. She was angry that I dared to think that Jesus was as black and ugly as I. No, she wants to make conversations by explaining to me that Jesus was black. My people, it is a harsh state. Our journey is definitely like carrying the huge wooden cross for miles. For if I tell you about God, you say it is inadequate. You try to make a subject entity as God become the all, as if that would be possible. And when I show you clearly your fault, you said I don't believe in God and that I work for the devil. I never wished evil on you. That is what devils do. They wish evil and cause evil to fall on others. That is the truth. But Again, you will try to rebut it. You call me an atheist, and I insist that I am no such thing. You say I am because I don't believe in God. We just had a conversation about God, and I said so many things about Him. Yet you say I don't believe. You want me to say that God was the all, God who needs resources to create with. You think that we must go looking for God or someone must tell us. In fact, you believe that a book will tell us about God. Any entity that needs a book to explain it is not our Almighty Creator. In perpetual motion, any part of us that must become aware of the Most High Creator cannot be explained by a book. Your conscience is not explainable by a book, it is inherent in you. This is why you know to not do to others what you don't like for yourself. Subjecting your divine connection to the prescriptions from a book is going to show love to God and hate to a mightier and holier power than God. When you depend on any God giving you a book, you give up your natal source for a synthetic thing. When you are born, you naturally develop from within, a true conception of God. Those that give you a call to change that knowledge are witches that gives you a mindset cultivated to make you a subject to their own paradigm. This is why they call you a subject. They pretend to be the all, but they are not. It is possible to not know God, but not possible to not know real creation. Right? It is possible to not know God, but not possible to not know creation. You were created with all you need. If there is something that you don't know or believe in, it is because you did not need that thing. This same principle explains why you were born with hands and feet but not hooks on your chest. It explains why no one had to tell the newborn pup how and where to go get the milk. Don't you see how the universe has everything covered? Why do you believe that you were born for someone to tell you? And you talk about 80s. I know my creator in me. I subject to one conception of God. It is this: God internal, man divine. This is my power. I take my own autonomy. This is what we are here for. If you think you are an atheist, then you believe the same thing as the Christian, that there has to be something separate of creation to worship. This is the belief that creates God's spells. Dear friend, do release this unholy conception to God, which becomes the shackle upon critical reason. My people, if you watch this video to the end, you have gained something here. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Peace out.